Gdybym ze swobodą nie podnosił ręki, to mógłby zastosować tą krótką dźwignię,
Everything goes together.
To napięcie.
So that I get that to relax as I bring it up, and then I sculpt. I don't go hard, I just sculpt.
Silnie, tylko wyczuwa tymi
Remember, you have small intestine and ascending colon here.
Tutaj mamy małe jelito i
Can you feel the organ you're going through before you go to the basement? Now, if we were teaching visceral, well, Marty Ryan will teach you great visceral work, but if I was to teach you my rudimentary visceral work, what osteos do is when they encounter resistance, they use a recoil technique. Because the organs love this, and this is what the recoil technique is. As you feel that little bit of resistance, you take your hand off quickly. Give them a moment, and sure enough, boom, you come down and if you feel a little bit more organ before you feel muscle there, you come off again very quickly. The rebound is what is the release, because the organ goes whoosh, off its adhesion. Remember, these organs are glued with forms of connective tissue fascia as well. So that, look at this, look at, boom, I'm in. So now I'm actually, for the first time, going to start to find the muscle. And then when I'm down to the muscle, I tell my clients, if it's tight, it will have a dull, sick, achy feeling.
Jeżeli ten mięsień jest napięty, to będzie takie
How come you know you're on the psoas if it's tight? There's, yeah.
Probably you are over trigger point.
All right.
I know this place.
You know this place. He's had lots of trigger points done in
I
his.
love this.
He loves trigger points. Now, what I do is this is where they tend to use active movement participation. So you could have him slowly lower his leg, take control of your leg, hold your knee right there, and begin to lower it.
You are quite hard.
Yeah. This is muscle now.
Yeah,
this is muscle. So I told you I'm not afraid to go deep, and I'm not afraid to work muscles. When I have to work a muscle, I know how to work a muscle. But what do you see me doing that's kind of IFR as I work the muscle?
Co jakby pokazuje, że on pracuje zintegrowanym rozluźnieniem mięśniowym, a nie typowo z mięśniami. Jak różni się to jego podejście?
What am I doing still that's consistent with how I do any of the other tissue?
Czyli to, co robi teraz, jak to jest spójne z jego metodologią, z tym, co wykonuje.
Specific? I'm not starting to do, I mean, if I wanted to, now I'm looking at him, and if I do that, I'm watching him to know if that's okay for me to do. So then I could do what's called a pin and shift. I could hold it, and then I could use movement on that tissue. I could passively pump it, but at no point was I going in and going like that initially. I would only do that at the end. Because look what's happened. I'm right down to the basement now. So if I'm going to have any good success with Psoas, I'm on it. I've got it. He can let me do that. And this is no different now than what anybody else does, except the time I took to do it. And of course, my outcome is fairly successful. There's good movement, and the softness is right there. Psoas work should not be hurried. The abdomen does not want quick work, even though I released quickly. It wants slower work. The belly, it's not, it's a very sensitive area. So then when you're down to psoas, you do what you normally do, whether it's active movement or not.
But I think that for someone who don't have an awareness of being on psoas, it's easier first to touch it with fingers.
Yes.
It will be hard for someone if someone is not aware where the psoas is.
So if we use fingers, we won't go like this. We'll go more broad finger down slowly. So look what I'm doing. I'm scooping. I won't go like that.
Czyli też tak jakbyście łyżkowali, tak?
This has
nie
to be
bezpośrednio
a
w dół,
good experience for the client.
tak
So want you to do it
się,
again.
jakbyście nabierali lody łyżką.
Okay. Does that make sense? Do we want to play with the fulcrum, the diaphragm shift, and then we'll do the psoas?
Czyli najpierw punkt podparcia, później rozluźnienie przepony i później wejście do mięśnia lędźwiowego.
Good. Good.